Hey guys, welcome back to Wheelin' with Wally. This is kind of a proof of life. I haven't posted in a while. I've been pretty busy. I am still making videos. I'll have more coming your way soon, but this is going to be a quick little video for you. I don't have a whole lot of daylight. It's January in Ohio, so it gets dark around 5 and it's like 30 degrees out, so it's pretty cold. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update about what I've gotten into since I've last posted, and it's this. I went a little crazy and I went out and bought a brand new 2023 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon in Sarge Green. So this thing is really cool. It's obviously still just a stock Rubicon. I just picked it up. I'm going to be recovering from the purchase price for quite a while, and it took me somewhere around 3 years to build up my TJ. So this isn't going to be anything crazy anytime soon, but I do still have the TJ for off-roading videos and stuff like that. You'll probably see a few less mod videos on that for the near future too. Like I said, this was a pretty penny, and it's the first brand new car I've ever bought. So I had actually just started to look at used Wranglers. I was kind of looking at 4-doors for a little extra space and room for longer trips. And I found out that Jeep was offering a 15% off MSRP incentive on Gladiators only. And that really pushed me towards the Gladiator. And then you could still get some discounts off the dealer. So I did get a pretty good deal on this thing, but it's still crazy expensive. If you've looked at new cars, new Jeeps, or trucks in general, this thing, it was a lot of money for me. So I was a little hesitant, but that 15% off really kind of incentivized me, which was the whole purpose. And here we are. So you will start to see this on the channel a lot more as I mod it out. My plan for it is to be like a medium trail to overlanding rig and just a lot more comfort when I'm doing these, like driving from Ohio to Utah style trips. You'll start to see things like a rack, new bumpers, tent, all those fancy little overlanding bells and whistles, and I'm really looking forward to the space to build this out as more of an overlanding rig, because I've started to do it on the TJ, but there's just no space. You can have fun with a TJ, but you can't build it out for comfort. So hopefully Gladiators won't run you guys off from my channel. Like I said, TJ's not going anywhere. You'll still see lots of that. I just kind of wanted to expand what I've been doing with the channel a little bit, and this gives me a huge opportunity to do it. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please think about subscribing. That'll really help in the future. I really want to grow the channel. I want to focus more on this if I can. So this was one way I thought would really help. And it's a practical vehicle for me. I've needed a truck for a while, so now I've got one. I wanted a newer vehicle because mine were getting kind of old. Now I've got one, and I wanted a newer Jeep because I wanted to do off-roading, and I wanted to stay in that kind of lifestyle that I've had going. But I wanted something a little more comfortable, a little, I don't know, a few more creature comforts. The TJ is not bad, but if you guys are watching my channel, you probably had a TJ or have a TJ, and it gets rough after a while, especially if you're driving all the way across the country. So I just wanted something I could start to trust a little bit more on longer trips and not worry about that aspect. This last Utah trip with all my brake problems, it really kind of pushed me over the edge. I felt like I wanted a newer Jeep. Like I said, I'll still have this. It is not going anywhere, I promise you guys. So this is still a TJ channel, but now it's also a Gladiator channel. I did the much smarter thing this time and started with a Rubicon instead of having to swap axles and transfer cases. So I'm starting off in a better place, but I am paying up front for it this time. Whereas the TJ I bought, paid down, started modding as I went with free money. So this is gobbling up my spare cash for a while, but I'm still going to try and get some mods and little videos on it for you. The interior on this thing is very nice. It's got the cold weather package. I've got heated steering wheel, heated seats, the LED lights. It's remote start, obviously. I can start it from my phone even, which is wild. So if I'm on a trip with a TJ and I don't want to leave this sitting out in the cold, I can start it up and let it run for a few minutes and turn it off from miles and miles and miles and miles away. So I did opt to go for cloth seats, and that's kind of important to me. I like leather, but leather gets sticky or very cold depending on the temperature, and you can rip it and scratch it. It's nicer for cleaning it off if it gets dirty, but I wanted cloth, and luckily I was able to find it in the color Jeep I wanted. All the Rubicons have these red dashes, so it doesn't really match the green Jeep, but it doesn't look bad. And I've got the larger screen. I don't have that new 2024 Jeep screen that's like a mile long. Honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about those yet, so I'm not sad about not getting that, because I think this just looks a little more normal on the dash. With the Rubicon, I've got the front and rear lockers already right here, and then you've got the Off-Road Plus and the sway bar disconnect, all things I had to add to my other Jeep. You also get some little features that I think is common on all the JLs, like the built-in garage door opener, which is pretty cool. And you've got just way more room and storage in here. Glove compartment is a mile deep. You've got the double layer for smaller things. And if you come around to the back seat here, you've got kind of that classic little trunk storage space under the seats, so you can keep things in there. This side lifts up both of them, the middle and the passenger side. So you've got a lot of room back here. You got just nice little things like actual vents back to your back seat as well. Honestly, for me, not a big deal, because I'm probably going to take the back seats out at some point and keep like my fridge and stuff back here. But until then, you've got cup holders, vents, you've got a plug, and then you've got your just straight up USB and charging ports. I did also get the upgraded Jeep weather mats in here, so that's a nice plus. So obviously at some point I will upgrade the rims and tires and probably put a lift on this thing. But until then, it comes with Falcon Wild Peaks. I think they're around like a 32, 33 inch. They're the metric tire size. But I do like the look of these rims and tires just straight from the factory. The whole Jeep just looks good. The truck bed did not come wrapped or rhino lined. That's something I'm gonna do here very soon. On the newer Jeeps, you also just get neat little features. I mean, they're not a selling point on it, but this is kind of cool on startup when you have a Rubicon. And then when you're shutting it off, just some fun little extra features like that. Just, I don't know, give it some character. A couple actual things I wanted out of this Gladiator, and that was it being a Rubicon. I wanted Sarge green, and I wanted cloth seats. And then the last thing I wanted was a hard top. I had found a few with those, but they were soft tops. And then I found this one with a hard top, and it does have, I think they're called the Freedom panels, like all the JLs and stuff with their hard tops. It's kind of like T-tops on older cars. You can pop out the driver's side, the passenger side just in the front, and then the back of the hardtop is its own piece, and you can take that out separately. Obviously, this isn't going to be some kind of extreme rock crawler. It's not going to be as capable on the rocks as the TJ. It'll be a lot more stable, but this is going to be more of an adventure rig for me and a more comfortable kind of just staying out for a couple days and camping and carrying gear with you, and also making the long trips. That's what I'm really, really interested in. Just driving that distance was so uncomfortable before. It was, I won't say unbearable, but being the only one who could drive the standard as well, I was driving the entire way. This one's an automatic, so I can take turns with my fiance now. Never fear, guys. Wally's still here. Speaking of, what should I name the new Jeep? Because I'm thinking of just naming it Wally 2.0. The channel's Wheelin' with Wally. It's simple, it works well, everything matches. What should I do? So it's good to be back. It's good to be posting again. I have a lot of videos for you guys. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the Gladiator buy. Was that a big mistake? Are you excited to see it? Will you keep watching the channel if the TJ is not the main focus anymore? Tell me what you think I should do to it, and I will see you guys on the next one. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.